So the first game, Lions and Ravens. The Lions are underdogs here, being 5-1, being one of the best teams in the NFL and one of the best teams in the NFC. They beat the Chiefs, and so far they've been dominant. The best offensive line by PFF. Jared Goff is being safe with the football. The Ravens, I don't know exactly what's going on with the Ravens. Injuries here, injuries there. Lamar Jackson not putting up a lot of yards per game, however, being efficient as he could be with the team he has. But I'll take the better team. You could say arguably the better quarterback, depending on how you look at it. So I'm going to go with the Lions to win outright and obviously cover the +3 spread. The next one, Falcons at Bucks. I say Baker Mayfield and this Tampa Bay Bucks team get back on track after a loss 2 weeks ago after being on a bye. The Falcons, they look very, very, very bad against Sam Howell and that Commanders. I mean, Desmond Ridder is not the guy. I think going up against a Buccaneers defense, Baker Mayfield gets back on track. The Falcons defense isn't really all that. I'll take the Bucks to win and cover the -2.5 point spread. The next one, speaking about the Commanders at Giants. Tyrod Taylor seems to be back in there. Daniel Jones is questionable for this game. Andrew Thomas is out for this game. I'll take the Commanders. They just beat up on the Falcons. They slowed down Bijan Robinson the best they could do. Saquon Barkley. Now, I understand the Giants kept it very, very close with the Bills, but I think the Bills played down to their competition, so I'm actually going to pick the Commanders to go up and beat the Giants here. Chase Young on that defensive front. You got Sweat. You got a bunch of great front seven pieces. A couple years ago, this was the second-rated defense in the NFL, and I think they can get sort of on that track. I'm not saying they go back to number 2, but I think this defense disrupts the Giants, and if Daniel Jones plays, I'll feel much better about picking the Commanders to win on the road here. But as it is, Tyrod Taylor looks like he's going to play. Daniel Jones is questionable. I'll take the Commanders to win on the road and cover the -3 point spread. The next one, this may be the most boring game in the NFL. You have two backup quarterbacks. Brian Hoyer, the veteran, up against a backup quarterback in the Bears. I don't even remember his name. He played last week. He had a bad turnover late in the game. But I'll take the Raiders here. I just think chemistry, you have Devontae Adams, you got Josh Jacobs, you got Jacoby Myers, you got pieces, more pieces than what the Bears do. Yes, they have DJ Moore. I believe Khalil Herbert is healthy for this week. But I'll just take the better defense. I'll take the better weapons. Maybe not the better quarterback, but at least the more experienced quarterback in Brian Hoyer. I'll take the Raiders to win on the road, cover the -2.5 point spread. Let's go to the next one. I'm sorry, but I have to be honest here. There is basically no shot the Patriots go up and beat the Buffalo Bills, especially with Christian Gonzalez out. If Christian Gonzalez was in this game, I may feel inclined to pick Patriots +8.5 because so far this season, Christian Gonzalez was breaking down wide receiver ones like they were wide receiver 3, shutting them down completely, and that's a rookie cornerback doing that. But he's out. No Matt Judon. Josh Uche is also out. Keon White, which should have been the replacement for Matt Judon, he's also out. This defense so far has not been able to slow down or even stop Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. I'll take the Bills to win and cover the massive point spread, -8.5. I'll take the Bills to win and cover. The next one, Browns at Colts. This one's interesting. Deshaun Watson questionable for this game after dealing with that rotator cuff injury. We have Anthony Richardson, unfortunately, out for the entire year after being that explosive quarterback that a lot of people love to watch, including myself. But I'll take the Browns to win and cover the -3.5 point spread here. The best defense in the NFL. They just beat up on Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. They keep that going, and I'll take the Browns to win and cover the -3.5 point spread. The next one, Steelers at Rams. I'll take the Rams to win here and cover. You got Puka Nacua, you got Cooper Kupp. The running back situation for the Rams is interesting to look at, though. They have injuries at the running back position. Williams has been a great addition for the Rams here, but I do think the Rams will win here. I just think too much firepower on the offense with the two wide receivers. I think Matthew Stafford gets it done, and especially I think that defense could maybe disrupt what the Steelers can't really do on offense, and that's put up points and score. Aaron Donald, I think, could break through a questionable offensive line that the Steelers have, disrupt Kenny Pickett. I think Kenny Pickett, so far this season, he went back to Kenny Pick him off after having a great season, at least at the end of the year, where he barely had any interceptions. He is sort of back to that Kenny Pick him off repertoire that I gave him. So I'll take the Rams to win and cover the -3 point spread. The next one, Cardinals at Seahawks. A lot of people were thinking, could Kyler Murray come back for this game? Kyler Murray's questionable. Nope, Kyler Murray's out for this game, unfortunately. So I'll take the Seahawks to win and cover. Now, the Cardinals this season have been a very, very interesting team. We thought they were in the Caleb Williams sweepstakes. Now, based on the record, they still have a potential shot if the Panthers, actually start to win games, which right now is not looking too well. But I will take the Seahawks to win. I think the Cardinals are interesting, but I just think with this team, the defense beat up on Daniel Jones and that poor offensive line. You got JSN, you got Tyler Lockett, you got DK Metcalf, you got K9 in the backfield, Geno Smith being as effective as he is, Bobby Wagner, one of the highest graded linebackers in the league. I'll take the Seahawks to win and cover the -7.5 point spread. An interesting game. This is like a double yearly thing, a bi-yearly thing. The Chargers against the Chiefs. Now, the Chargers are very, very interesting because they're one of the only teams that could disrupt the Chiefs and keep these games close, and that is why, actually, I'm picking the Chiefs to still win, but the Chargers to cover a +5.5 point spread just because every single game that these quarterbacks and these teams play up against one another, it's always been close. I always hark back to this. Justin Herbert's first career game, he was told like 30 minutes before because Tyrod Taylor had some sort of lung issue where his lung collapsed, I believe, after trying to get like an injection or whatever. Justin Herbert came into the game in the first career game going up against Patrick Mahomes, and for like 3.5 quarters, outplaying Mahomes and was basically on the verge of beating Mahomes in his first career game. He lost that game, and it's sort of been a back and forth where he keeps the games close, but one mistake, two mistakes, he can't quite get over the hump. I'll take the Chiefs to still win. The Chargers are this close, but I may take them later on in the year at home to beat the Chiefs, but we'll have to wait and see. But for this game, Chiefs win, Chargers cover the +5.5 point spread. The next one, Packers-Broncos. The Broncos are 1-point underdogs at home against Jordan Love and the Packers. Jordan Love, horrible completion percentage, hasn't looked good all year. He's looked good in the first half of games, and then he's looked bad in the first half of games, and then he increased his production and his effectiveness in the second half of games. But recently, he's just been flat out bad. Turnover issues, not being great at throwing the football, very, very inaccurate. This is a game the Broncos need to win, and I do think they win it here. +1 underdogs at home. I find that very, very interesting. The Broncos win outright and obviously cover the +1 point spread. This one's another shocker. Dolphins at Eagles, and the Eagles are 2.5 point favorites. I'll take the Dolphins to win outright here. Has anyone seen the Eagles defense? I'm trying to find them here. Zach Wilson, he just tore up that Eagles team. Now I understand. I mean, let's be honest here. Jalen Hurts, he had a turnover issue the last game against the Jets. Dolphins don't have a great defense. However, the offense is not explosive as it was last season. The defense is nowhere near as effective as it was last season, going up against a team that right now is breaking NFL records for yards per game and points per game. I'll take Tua with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Raheem Mostert in the backfield. I'll take this dynamic offense to go up and beat a lackluster, however, it is first in the division, lackluster compared to last year Eagles team. I'll take the Dolphins to win outright and cover the +2.5 point spread. And to wrap it up, Sunday Night Football, we have Kirk Cousins up against Brock Purdy. The 49ers trying to rebound after that embarrassing loss against P.J. Walker and the Cleveland Browns, and I think they do come back from that. Kirk Cousins in prime time. Can those words be any scarier for Kirk Cousins? Prime time game? Well, I don't think there are many quarterbacks besides maybe Daniel Jones who are worse in prime time. I'll take the 49ers in that defense to absolutely beat the crap out of Kirk Cousins here. I'll take them to win and cover the -6.5 point spread. Those are my Week 7 picks. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, if you want to check out the full episode, make sure you click the I in the top right-hand corner right now. If you want to listen to this show anywhere you go, make sure you go to anchor.fm/The Harvey Hour or anywhere you get your podcasts.